Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hi again. So this is my channel. I love to do a lot of DIYs on a budget. I also love to do thrift flips, and I also absolutely love to make wreaths. So you know what to do. If you like what you see here, you can hit that red subscribe button. That would be great. Also, hit me a thumbs up. That helps my channel. And also leave me a comment because I love to hear what you guys think. You can also follow me on Instagram and Pinterest. I'm always posting new things that I make on there. And I also have a wreath shop. It's an Esty shop. It's called Krista's Wreath Designs. I will have that link down below as well in case you're ever interested in a wreath. But today is all about Bloom with Grace. Our host is Monar's Market and our co-host is Teresa B DIY. And this month we are doing tulips. So perfect for spring, right? So here is DIY number 1. So because I love to make wreaths, you knew I had to make a tulip wreath. So these tulips are from Michael's. Right now they're $1.99 for a bunch. They were like $2.99 or $3.99. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but before they were. But now they're only $1.99. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking one of these Dollar Tree wreath forms. They're the bamboo ones, and I'm putting a little bit of hot glue on the ends, and I cut all my tulips up, all my bunches, and there's usually like 2 or 3 on a bunch on the stems of these ones from Michael's. So I really like that because it makes it really easy to make a wreath. So what I do is I just stick them in, and I kind of like overlap just a little bit like that, and then I just keep going around. Now I'm just gonna do a half moon shape wreath, which means I'm only gonna fill half of the wreath with my tulips, okay? And you just keep doing this all the way down and around to get to the halfway point. Really simple, you guys. This is not hard at all. You can also do this on a grapevine wreath. I know they sell those at Michael's for, I think, $5.99, and sometimes you can get them at Hobby Lobby for $4.99. So I'm always on the lookout, but I like to use these Dollar Tree ones as well. And I use them to make like a smaller wreath, I guess you could call them, but this worked out really well, and it's super cute, and I love it. And now I'm just going to kind of like turn the other way with my tulips and start moving them towards the other direction until I meet sort of like in the middle there. So I did the top portion, now I'm doing the bottom portion, and that's just kind of how I do it, but you could do it any way you like. Very, very simple technique. And I did leave this to show you guys because I know some people struggle with making wreaths, and I just want to make sure that you guys could see me do it and be like, oh, I could make a tulip wreath, because these are like the easiest ones, I think, to make, are the flower wreaths. And tulip wreaths are really super easy because you don't have to put anything else on here but the tulips, because it already has the greenery on there as well. But with mine, I do bump it up a bit, and I do add some greenery, which you will see in a minute. Sorry, I just had to do it. But being that I make wreaths all the time, I like to try, all kinds of different things. So, and now I'm kind of sticking some glue down in between those little grooves, because I want to make sure that these stay in, because I'm making them so short, because bamboo wreaths are really a little bit more tough to pull into with your stem to like push it through. So the grapevine's a little bit easier, not much easier, but it's a little bit easier than the bamboo ones. So just take note of that. So that's why my stems are so short when I'm making this one. I usually leave them a little bit longer when I do a grapevine wreath. So now once I get this all done, you're going to see me come in, and they have these, they're like these little leaves. They look like eucalyptus leaves that I get from Hobby Lobby, and I get them when they're only $2.99 for a big stem like that, okay? And you don't need much, especially if you're just using it as a filler, basically just filling in. And I cut each, there's like 3 on each stem. If you cut it off of the stem, like the little clippings of them, when you clip it, there's 3 leaves. So that's what I did. I clipped them, and I don't know how many are on one stem, but there's quite a few. And it's $2.99 regularly priced, which is cheap. And then when you get the 50% off, it's $1.50. So that's not bad at all, guys, for some greenery. And then I just did this all along the inside of my wreath because I didn't like that the bamboo was kind of short. I wanted it to look more full. I'm used to my wreaths looking really full. But, I mean, if you only wanted to do the tulips, that's fine too. I mean, you know. But for me, I wanted a little bit more green and I wanted it a little bit more full. So I started sticking them around the outside where my tulips were and on the inside. And there it is, you guys. Isn't it cute? And here it is on my door, all done. So cute. I absolutely love this. You guys will have to let me know which one you like the best down in the comments. So today is all about Bloom with Grace. Like I told you, Monarch's Market is our host. Teresa B is the co-host. There is also a playlist, so please check that out as well. The links will all be down below to their channels and the playlist. Okay? So now let's get on to DIY number 2. This one was super fun to make too. I took one of these little mason jars from the Dollar Tree, a piece of scrapbook paper, and some yellow tulips, and some other florals, and I am going to use that wheel that everybody sees at the Dollar Tree, the little pinwheel, and I am going to trace out my mason jar, and I'm going to cut out my scrapbook paper, and then I'm going to fit that on top like that. And I like these mason jars because it already has the metal on top, and I love that. So for this, I just used my glue stick. I didn't feel a need to have to Mod Podge this on. It was just a piece. And the glue sticks usually work pretty well. And I didn't have to worry about any bubbles or anything like that from the Mod Podge. So I smoothed that on really good. Then what I did is I took this spring that I had from last year, I think. It's a little galvanized spring sign made of metal, and I just colored that with my chalk paint in white by Waverly. And I think I did 2 coats on that. And then what I did is I'm going to take a a piece of felt and also a pipe cleaner. And I'm going to glue that to the back because that's what I'm going to use to attach my little mason jar. But before we attach the mason jar, I'm going to attach my florals because I'm going to make it look like the florals are like coming out of the mason jar. And this is like really super pretty. I saw this on Pinterest and I thought, oh, this will be a fun thing to do with the wheels from the Dollar Tree. So I, always trying to find new things to do with these wheels. So I thought this was really neat. So I just took some of the yellow, and this is also the bunch from Michael's, and they're just yellow tulips, same bunch, $1.99. And then I took some other picks that I already had on hand that I picked up last summer at the end of the year. So they were really super cheap. That's when you really want to get your florals if you want to make stuff like this for the following year, is pick them up when they're 80 and 90% off, guys. It's really a good deal. And then what I did is I took some zip ties, small zip ties these were, and I zip tied them to the middle of the wheel. So I just zip tied a couple together and then did a zip tie. Some I did single, some I did 2 at the same time. You just kind of spread them out the way you want them to. I wanted mine to be well spread out so that it looks like they're just poking out of the mason jar. So that's how I did that. And then I took some of these. These are kind of like a mixed wildflower type of yellow flowers that I had, and I just stuck a couple of those in as well from this bush that I had. And then I'm also going to take those other yellow ones that you see on the left hand side. Those I got at the end of the year as well last year. So, but you can find them this year too, because I have seen them. And right now everybody's got like 50 and 60% off. Like at Joann's even has 60% off right now of some of their florals. So you can go to any of those craft stores and you can find really cheap florals right now. And then once I got all my florals down, then you're going to see I'm going to attach my little mason jar. And I'm also going to put these in there. These are so super cute. And I only used 1 pick of these because there were 3 on a pick. And I just kind of put 1 in the middle and then 1 on each side to kind of really make it fan out really nicely. And doesn't that look so pretty? And then I already tied it on. I didn't show you tying it on because it's really easy. I just twisted the pipe cleaner in the back. And now I'm going to glue down my little spring on the front of my mason jar. And that's all I did for this DIY, you guys. This was super simple, not expensive at all to make, super cheap. I used a lot of Dollar Tree items, and yeah, so that's it, you guys. So I hope you guys like this one. I love yellow, so it turned out really super pretty. But you guys let me know which one you like the best. Like I said, down in the comments, I would love to know. And now DIY number 3. So this is the last one. What I did is I found this really cute basket with the hanger on it for 99 cents at my local thrift store. And I took a bunch of these florals. One is a bunch of tulips, same thing from Michael's, and the rest are just wildflowers from Dollar Tree and all different places that I got. So what I did is I took my white Waverly chalk paint and I am going to go over this, and I'm going to do not a heavy coat, just like a heavy brush, I guess you would call it. I don't know. But I want to see some of that basket color to come through, that brown. So I didn't go real heavy with the brush, but heavy enough where like it covered most of it, I guess you could say, but not all of it. And so there it is. I wasn't worried if I missed a few spots because I wanted that look. I love the rustic look. So now I'm taking my Waverly wax, antique wax, and I'm just dry brushing. I mean, my brush is very dry right now, you guys. And I'm doing the edges first of my basket, and then the edges of the handle. And then I'm going to go around with the brush and real lightly do a nice light brushing with the antique wax over it as well, over the whole basket. And this turns out super cute too, you guys. I absolutely love it. I know I say that about all of them, but I really do. And this basket was only 99 cents. I couldn't believe it. It was so cheap. So always check your thrift stores, guys. You never know what you can pick up. And I love going thrift shopping. I really do. I love looking for stuff like this. In my previous video, I did another little box that I found, and it turned out so beautiful, you guys. And it has that like country chic, shabby chic look. It was so pretty. So you have to check that one out too. And I stuck some of the floral foam in there, and now I'm going to take apart my little bush of tulips, and I just cut each one separately because I'm going to spread them out inside my basket. And then I'm going to use some of those wildflowers that you see there. I believe they're all from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to stick these in, just kind of scatter them around, you know. I don't want everything together because I'm going to stick all these wildflowers in between. And I used yellow and pink for this whole basket because those were the colors I was looking for. Really spring, super pretty colors for spring. I love tulips for springtime. I think they're just the perfect flower, and they make you really feel like it's spring. And I love these wildflowers from the Dollar Tree because they have this greenery on them and they look very realistic. So I really like them. They're very high quality compared to sometimes when you get the florals from Dollar Tree. So I really like these. I bought a lot of these this year because some of the other ones that I bought last year, they didn't come out with again this year. So I made sure I picked up quite a bit of these. So I have some for next year too. And I just scattered them about inside. And, you know, you just place them where you want them. You know, it's up to you how you want to have them and all that stuff. And then I stuck some of these little pink wildflowers. And then, this one bush that I cut apart, actually, I got at the end of the year last year at Michael's, I believe. So I had that one left over. And I stuck those in. And then I come in the back, which you'll see in a minute, and I'm going to stick a few of the pink back there and the yellow as well. I wanted to make sure this was really full. I like everything to be really full when I ever do floral arrangements or anything like that. With my wreaths, I like to make sure everything looks really full. I just think it makes it look so much better. And I just stuck those in the back. And you guys, that is it for this DIY. So this basket now, you can either hang this up And I see these baskets a lot at the thrift store, so I know you guys can find one if you're looking for one. And mine was at the Goodwill. I found mine. So, and yeah, and this one you can either stand up, like you can leave it just standing up on a table or wherever, and you can also hang it. So like it's totally up to you. So in the pictures that I'm going to show you right now, I have one of standing up, sitting up, and one of it hanging on my door. So there you go, guys. So I hope you like it. Don't forget to check out all the lovely ladies. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And as always, remember, stay crafty. Bye.